Behind those, we've got Craig Spiel and My Southern Slew, who probably races near the front. It's a horse that can get into the bridle and pull. I'd expect to see My Southern Slew somewhere up near the lead. Craig Spiel is about to come along, due by Bullet out the back with T Clipper and Casual Zariz. A last look at the board shows that Fastnet Flyer is solid at $3.50. It'll run favourite. Won the maiden here, I think it was Town Plate Day. It won the maiden, Fastnet Flyer, and since ran a terrific race at Scone, at that very, very strong Scone Carnival. Fastnet Flyer ran and certainly ran with merit. So it's the favourite. It's locked and loaded. Now here's Dubai Bullet coming up with Rowley Saxton. We're waiting for My Southern Slew, for the Tumut Grey T Clipper, and for the Wagga trained Casual Zariz before they're right. A mile the trip, and this track has played magnificently well today, following all of that rain, which certainly on Monday, if you were down here, you'd have said, well, they won't race at Wagga Friday, but the track's in terrific order, a heavy 8. And I spoke to a few of the jockeys. They all tell me the surface is a very, very even one from inside to outside. So they're set to go, bar 2. We're waiting for My Southern Slew and for Casual Zariz, and they'll be locked and loaded over at the 1600 metres on that corner of the track between the Beckwith and Travis Street Junction over there. Now the last one's loaded now, Casual Zariz, and Mr. Donahue has gone across to pick up the button as we welcome our relays back to race 6, first leg of the Daily Double at Wagga. They're at the 1600, they're set, the favourite Fastnet Flyer. The red light on, the gates crash back, they're away on the first leg of the Daily Double, and the Tumut Grey T Clipper was slow to get going. One of the first ones out was My Dear Friend, and Greeley began well, and another one shooting around the outside could well be My Southern Slew as they raced up towards that corner over the back of the course. In behind those, Dubai Bullet balancing third. It's being followed now by My Dear Friend back to fourth, and then Casual Zariz followed by Destiny's Future. Favourites on its own in the pink colours, Fastnet Flyer, about a length and a half in front of Gigglebury. It's being followed by Orthros and T Clipper, together with the top weight Craig Spiel, back at the tail of the field. They're up along the side, they're at the 800, and as anticipated, My Southern Slew had pulled its way to the lead. Kristen is fighting the horse just a shade. It wants to pull and race by 1.5 lengths. Dubai Bullet is second, holding third is Greeley, and Casual Zariz is an improving fourth around the outside, followed by My Dear Friend, and then Destiny's Future. Fastnet Flyer covered Gigglebury. They're being followed by Orthros, Craig Spiel, and T Clipper has to pass the lot to win as they turn for home at the top of the lane. My Southern Slew out in front by 2, has over raced, but that's his pattern, led by 2 lengths as I said. Casual Zariz on the outside. They're being followed by Fastnet Flyer further back to Craig Spiel, and you can't see anything else. My Dear Friend is there. It's Casual Zariz coming at My Southern Slew. My Dear Friend burrowing through in the centre. Good finish here. My Dear Friend and Casual Zariz, and Fastnet Flyer's coming late, but it's going to be My Dear Friend. My Dear Friend got in. Won it by a long neck to Casual Zariz. Third, Fastnet Flyer. They're being followed by Craig Spiel running on. In that group, Destiny's Future. My Southern Slew pulled himself out of it. T Clipper never really flattered. Orthros well back with Dubai Bullet and Gigglebury, and Greeley is going to be the last one home. Number 4, My Dear Friend, who went around at Wodonga on Monday. So he's earned his chaff, or in fact, she's earned her chaff for the week. She went around at Wodonga on Monday, and she's butted up here today, and will get the judges' nod here by probably a neck. My Dear Friend, 8.30 and 2.50 will beat 5 Casual Zariz. The Wagga horses are continuing to do well. They've cornelled the race. 7 got third, Fastnet Flyer. Number 4, My Dear Friend, ridden by Michael Travers for a local syndicate. Has been able to butter up after the Wodonga run on Monday. So she's got plenty of internal fortitude, this 6-year-old mare by General Nadim out of Dash on Ruby. has beaten number 5, Casual Zariz, who levelled up but couldn't get past her late, and number 7, Fast Net Flyer, Richie Bensley. That winner's owners include the Directly Syndicate, the manager A. Goonan, the Seriously Don't Tell My Wife Syndicate, the manager R. Drummond, together with T. Sutherland, and the mare has now won 11 of 56. She's got well over $100,000 in the kitty, and she's got a game win under her belt today.
Been a good mare to you, and tough as well.
Yeah, mate, she's a really good old mare, you know. She's going to stud in a few weeks, so we're just trying to look for a pay for a service fee.
Look, mate, she got a nice run through there, but she's got a liking for the bit of giving the ground as well.
Has, you know, like she started off real good at Gundagai on that wet track, then hit a couple of real hard tracks, and them old horses lose a bit of confidence. I thought a run at Wodonga, Albury the other day was quite good. Then we did back her up Wodonga, and she had a really tough run there. I thought it was a great effort, and just when I left home this morning, I said she'll win. She's just one of them, like them old ones. You get to know them. She's just bright, but she got her confidence back, you know, and the legs are good, and to run a mile out strong, she probably needs to race 2 or 3 times a week just to do it.
Yeah, nice handy if they'll go home and eat too, Trev.
Oh, it eats. It's like me, it never misses a feed.
Mate, look, it's been a good season for you thus far.
It has, John. Like especially this year, we've been a really rebuilding year. Pretty well pulled up stumps on a lot of them. We'd have 40-something yearlings. We've already had 2 preps and well ahead. Really excited about next season, and still to be up near 40 wins for the year. We're wrapped.
All right, mate, you got a couple left. You got Eye Calypso on the next.
Yeah, we put the blinkers back on her today. I thought she got home pretty good the other day in 1200. Definitely looking for the 14. And then Mrs. Menzies in the last. I think she'll run really well as well.
She's always consistent, Mrs. Menzies.
She's very honest mare and same thing. She'll go to stud in a couple of weeks. So if they can just get a little bit of prize money next month, and we can just go to a better stand.
All right, mate. Well, look, my dear friends, a very, very good ride too by Mick Travis. So, mate, well done with that.
Thank you very much.
There we go, Trevor Sullivan. We always talking to Trevor. He usually trains a winner or 2 at these meetings. He runs his horse around, not frightened to run them at all. Trevor, he'll back them up. Of course, she went round at Wodonga last Monday and come through that run beautifully, and a terrific ride from Mickey Travis. Be interesting to hear his thoughts on the track, because he certainly saved plenty of ground on her, and that made the difference. She got up and won by a neck on the line. So, Mickey Travis, you got a lovely run there, mate.
Certainly did. You know, gates make differences. You know, it was the 3rd time I've ridden her. The other 2 times she's drawn the outside and had no luck. Today we had a bit of luck and got the result.
The track's playing beautifully, isn't it, on a heavy track?
Yeah, look, it's probably on the better side at the moment, but probably still a good rating. But look, no, there's not a lot of kickback and it's even all over, so it's it's good surface.
Mate, you're having a great season as well. You're travelling a ton of miles, mate. You're still based in Cowra.
Still based in Cowra and doing plenty of miles. Had that low when I broke down for 3 months. It's a long haul back, but we're getting there, and winners hopefully will keep coming.
Yeah, well, mate, if you keep riding like that, they'll keep coming.
He's hoping.
Mate, how's the missus going? You must be close to the new baby.
2 months to go now, John, but we've had a few complications. We've been a bit worried in the last couple of weeks, but she's a soldier and she keeps pushing on, and hopefully Bubs can stay in there a few more weeks at least.
Yeah, well, mate, that'll put a smile on her face anyway. Well done.
Thank you very much, John. Cheers.
There's Mickey Travis, of course.